I was once an ordinary man, leading a quiet life in a small, unassuming town. My name is Legend, and what I'm about to tell you is a tale of terror that I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. It all started innocently enough. Strange occurrences peppered my days. A flickering light here, an unexplained chill there. At first, I brushed them off as mere coincidences, but soon those coincidences turned into something far more sinister. And strange then, it happened. I became a vessel for an unspeakable evil. One night, as I lay in bed, I felt an icy hand grip my ankle. My heart pounded in my chest and I clutched the covers, paralyzed with fear. A voice not my own whispered in my ear, promising unimaginable power in exchange for my submission, my soul, it whispered. I tried to scream, but my voice was drowned out by the sinister laughter echoing in my mind. The days that followed were a blur of anxiety and confusion. My thoughts became a cacophony of whispers, each one urging me to indulge in sinister impulses. My laughter turned into unsettling cackles that echoed in my empty room. My reflection in the mirror seemed to sneer at me, mocking my helplessness. Shadows danced on the walls, contorting into grotesque shapes that sent shivers down my spine. I started hearing whispers, malevolent and seductive, urging me to embrace the darkness within. I sought help from the town's priest, Father Reynolds. He listened intently to my story, concern etched on his face. But as he began reciting prayers, a force surged within me, throwing him back against the wall. His eyes widened with a mix of fear and disbelief. He muttered something about an exorcism, but even his faith seemed feeble in the face of this malevolent presence. As the days wore on, the entity's intentions became clearer. It reveled in tormenting me, showing me visions of unspeakable horrors. I saw people I loved meet grisly fates, and I could do nothing but watch, consumed by a sickening mixture of horror and despair. The entity reveled in my anguish, feeding off felt a familiar malevolence crawling at the edges of my consciousness, the entity's laughter echoing in the shadows. But this time I was ready. With every ounce of strength, I visualized a barrier around myself, a shield forged from my newfound resolve. The entity's attempts to breach my mind were met with resistance, and its fury became palpable. Its voice distorted into a cacophony of rage as it hurled curses and threats. The crescendo of the ritual reached its peak, and an explosion of light burst forth, dispelling the darkness that had plagued me for so long. The entity's screams echoed in my ears, growing fainter and fainter until they were swallowed by the light. When I opened my eyes, I was alone, surrounded by the remnants of the ritual and a newfound sense of peace. Months have passed since that night. The scars of my possession remain, but they serve as a reminder of the strength I found within myself. Matheson and I have continued our research, determined to prevent others from falling prey to the same horrors. In sharing my story, I hope to shed light on the darkness that can lurk within us all. The battle against malevolence is not one that can be fought with weapons alone. It requires an unwavering spirit and a resilience born from facing our deepest fears. And as I look to the future, I know that even in the face of unimaginable terror, the human spirit can endure and triumph. So remember, trust in yourself, and if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment on what story you'd like to hear next. Thanks for watching.